Hello, one and all. Welcome back to yet another edition of the AGPC, Average Guy's Guide to Life podcast. You know who I am. You know what this is, you bitch. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you bitch. Comment, you bitch. If you are currently listening or watching, how are you fucking doing? I'm doing swell. Swell. How did anyone determine that word meant good? Swell. Swell is something that happens when you get punched in the eye. I didn't know swell was a mood. I'm doing swell. Anyone use that still? That word to mean that they're doing all right? Anyway, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Got a little cabin fever. Snow is built up to my fucking head. Had to shovel myself out the other day. Didn't go to work. Had a snow day. That's one of the things that they don't teach children that they should in school. Because when it snows, you just aren't called into school. You watch the news in the morning. I remember doing that when I was a kid. Watching the fucking news in the morning to see if the school was shut down, or listening to the radio, be like, please, I don't want to go to school. And you're like, yay, fucking snow day. That shit don't exist when you're a fucking grown up, okay? If it snow, you gotta shovel yourself out and go to fucking work. Or else you're gonna be using a vacation day or using a sick day. And if you ain't got none, then you just gotta eat that shit and you're just not getting paid. And therefore, your little thirsty ass ain't getting no goddamn Kool-Aid, okay? I gotta go to work. Gotta go make that money, bitch. So they need to teach kids this. You just don't get free days off of work. You don't get free days. You gotta use them. Okay? You gotta earn your vacation days, and then you have to fucking use them. Sorry, I'm fucking peeling a scab off my knuckle as we speak. Very random. But yeah, they need to teach kids this. Give them ethics. Give them some fucking sense of morality. I don't know what morals have to do with any of this. Shoveling shit. If I had a kid, I'd tell their ass, you go shovel my fucking car out. Because in 20 years, that's going to be you if you decide to live in a cold state. But now it doesn't even seem to matter what state you live in. Because Texas got hit with snow. And everybody there is losing their fucking mind over a couple of goddamn inches of snow. Shit that you can just use a dustpan and a broom to just pick up. You just, kick your car, kick it off of your car. I don't know why you would kick it off of your car. You'd have to be standing on your car in order to kick it off of your car. But you know what the fuck I mean, okay? They're losing their minds over a couple of inches of snow. Well, up here, we got feet. We got feet of snow, okay? So cry me a river, you warm state living motherfuckers. You should have seen my car. It was snow up to the goddamn window. So I had to shovel myself out. Had to borrow a neighbor's shovel because my dumb ass ain't got a shovel. Me, knowing where I live, knowing that it's bound to snow, the start of the winter was looking good. It wasn't that much, I'm like, I'm going to risk it. I'm not going to get that shovel. And then maybe like a week, 2 weeks in a row, it's just snow. My dumb ass, not with a shovel. But luckily, neighbors next door gave me their nice little fancy shovel that got like a little bend in it. Help you back out a little bit when you're picking that shit up. Didn't even take me that long. I don't even know why I was stressing it. I could have actually went to work that day, but I didn't. Look at us chumming it up, talking to you like somebody I know over the phone. Ain't that cute? Don't you like it? Make you get to know me a little better, right? I'm not that bad of a guy. I'm really not. You should get to know me a little bit. Take me out to dinner, you fuck. Take me out to dinner. Speaking of dinner, I think watching The Sopranos, I was talking about that on the last podcast. Watching The Sopranos has gotten me deep into Italian foods. Later on this evening, I am making some spaghetti, meatballs, Italian sausage, and garlic bread. And I know that's the Americanized version of Italian food. But I'm gonna learn a little bit more about this shit. I want to know how to make bruschetta. I want to know how to make bruschetta. I want to know what the fuck gabagool is. Don't you like my accent? Ain't that sexy? Take me out to fucking dinner, you fuck. I want to learn how to make it. And there's an Italian market, like a straight up Italian market, not very far from here. Like a old school Italian market where they have the meats and, you know, the veggies, and everything is geared towards making a traditional Italian meal. The cafe is excellent as well. It's just very fucking expensive. It's really expensive, but I'm gonna give it a shot, little by little. The Sopranos is growing on me. It's starting to attach to my soul. I think maybe I'm gonna do an ancestry test, seeing as though I am pretty yellow. I want to see if my great grandmother or some shit was somewhat Italian, but I doubt it. If anything, I'm just a yellow nigga. I don't have a problem with that either, by the way. I just think Italians are pretty fucking cool and their food is delicious. Them goddamn meatballs are fucking expensive though. Jesus. Don't get me wrong, they're delicious, and they gave me options for them. But I was running around trying to find the right fucking meatballs to use. I went to maybe 2 or 3 different places until my dumb ass finally remembered, oh yeah, that's right. There's an Italian market like down the street. Why the fuck would I go to a liquor store looking for meatballs when the Italian market, of course they're going to have fucking meatballs. I'm so stupid. And the Italian market also has liquor. I mean, literally, they have rows of this shit cased in glass. And then you have to get past that to actually, you know, see that this is actually, you know, a fucking grocery store kind of thing with a cafe. And the first place I stopped at, though, since we are getting all chummy and I'm talking to you like we're buddies, comment, buddies, if you're currently listening or watching this, bud. The first place I went to, I wasn't sure that they would have meatballs because it's Aldi, right? Back in the day when I grew up, if you said you shopped at Aldi, people were ashamed of you. You couldn't say you shopped at Aldi and got the knockoff cereal, you know. Fuck was it called? Instead of Cheerios, you get Toasted O's or some shit. Instead of Fruit Loops, you got Fruit O's. Sugar Smacks. So you couldn't come home with that bag of shit. It's like, fuck that. I want Captain Crunch. Not, you know, Crunch Captain. What the fuck? But now, you know, you could go to Aldi. Aldi stepped they fucking game up, man. The Aldi that I go to is fancy as shit. White people in there. White people. And they ain't ashamed. They be up in there. But like I said, Aldi stepped their game up, man. The quality of pretty much every chain grocery store now, they're right on par. You have to go to maybe a Whole Foods or something like that to really see a quality difference. But if you're shopping at Jewel or some shit, or Dominic's, does Dominic still exist? I don't think so. But if you're shopping at Jewel and then you shop at Aldi, it's virtually the same. One may have a larger variety, like Jewel's gonna have a larger variety, but as far as quality of everything, yeah, it's Aldi. So I went to fucking Aldi first, no shame, and looking for my fucking meatballs along with the rest of my list of groceries. And you know, I wasn't surprised that they didn't have them, because they have a very limited selection. So the second place I went to, Fresh Time, I was pretty sure that they would have them. Pretty sure. But Fresh Time here is similar to Whole Foods. So if they did have them, it was going to be some fucking bullshit healthy variety made with fucking, I don't know, swan or some shit, duck or turkey Italian meatballs. And that's a fucking disgrace. I will never eat a turkey Italian meatball. And that's all I saw. And they had some fresh ones at their counter, but I didn't want those. Okay? I want the fucking frozen ones that come in a bag, already made, with flour and sugar and salt and garlic and all that shit. I know how to make an Italian meatball. I just didn't want to do it from scratch. It takes too fucking long. And I didn't see them there either. Now, I had a little wager going on with somebody, because they shop at the same place. They're like, I'm pretty sure Fresh Time got him. I'm like, okay, but I didn't see him. So what? It's like, hey, you made it a little difficult on yourself there, fella. Shopping at all these other places and then eventually finding yourself at the Italian market and picking them up. You seemed like you had a rough time of finding these meatballs. But I could find them. I bet they're there. I'm like, maybe not. What if they just restocked? What if they were out? By the time you got there, they restocked, and now you think they were there all along? Where's this going? Where am I going with the story? I'll tell you in a second. So, of course, they get there, they find them, they send me a picture. They're like, I gotcha, you cunt. Look, they were there all along. What? Okay, you win. You win. I'm an idiot. I'm a blind idiot at that. I mean, these glasses, they're new, but they ain't working. I fucking missed the meatballs. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. But the point of that is, right? Here's the point. I know it took me, I went around the fucking river to get to this point. But here's the point. Everyone loves a gotcha moment. Everyone fucking loves it, right? And it's all good as long as it's done lighthearted, right? As long as both sides are playing along in the game. If you're both playing along, then a gotcha moment just doesn't seem that bad. It's lighthearted. But a gotcha moment at someone's expense, though, where you're not playful, you're kind of attacking their intelligence. You're attacking them in some way. Where I'm going to get you so I could point and laugh at you, make myself feel superior while also pointing and saying, look at how stupid you are. You dumb fuck. Look at you. You're dumb. Didn't you see these fucking meatballs? Ha 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 ha. I get it. I mean, everyone wants to elevate themselves up in some way, but don't do that by pushing another person down, you know? It has to be on an even playing field. It has to be fair, right? It has to be fair. And I don't want to sound like a fucking snowflake if people are still using that, you know, like I'm special, like I am, you know, I exclude myself from all of these games that people play, gamesmanship, these gotcha moments. I don't exclude myself from those sorts of games. I just like to make them more fun. And the way that you do that is you first make fun of yourself. Here's a secret about comedy, right? One of the biggest things about comedy is when you're going to attack somebody, and you're going to attack maybe a demographic. You're going to attack a group of people. Or maybe you're going to attack a person. And I don't mean physically attack. I mean, you're going to make some jokes at their expense, right? What you do is you shit on yourself first. You bring yourself down to the level that you're going to tear them to, right? So, let's say I was the person who wanted who was certain that fucking Meatballs is at Fresh Time, fam. And I'm gonna prove it to you when I go there the next day. And when I find them, take a picture and make you feel all dumb. Okay? Now, instead of doing that way, the way I would do it is first understand that you were trying to find the meatballs and understand how easy it would be for myself to not be able to find them either. That way I'm bringing myself down there. I'm like, you know what? Shit, I probably couldn't find them motherfuckers either. You know? buried under all the fucking swan meatballs. People don't eat swan. Why do I keep saying that? The fucking turkey, maybe people do eat swan. I don't know. I've never been to China. Um, they're buried under all the fucking turkey meatballs, you know? And then I talk about the store, be like, you know what, I fucking hate Fresh Time. They always cluttered and shit, not organized. It's very hard to find shit there. I mean, that's not true about Fresh Time. Everything's pretty much in the same spot. It's not a very big store. But that's how I would do it. I would bring myself down. And then when I find them, I'd be like, hey, I found them. Found them, you fuck. So yeah, that's one of the biggest secrets about having comedy work. You gotta shit on yourself. You can't be fucking perfect. I was listening to a podcast the other day, by the way, about the problem with Marvel. And I happen to agree with this. Their new female movement, with the new packages that they're rolling out, the new content that they're rolling out, it's not fascinating. And you want to know why it's not fascinating is because the new women that I'm trying to say this delicately without can you feel me like stumbling over my fucking words here, because I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to be as objective as possible when saying it, and you can go and judge for yourself. The new Marvel universe, the women aren't flawed. They don't encounter strife or struggle. They really don't have any sort of flaw. They're perfect, right? They don't make mistakes. They don't push themselves down. They don't shit on themselves. They don't have a match or an equal antagonist. They're just perfect. And their journey is to basically come to understand how perfect and flawless and unstoppable they are. That's not a compelling story. The hero's journey is supposed to be riddled with struggle, right? I think it's supposed to be riddled with struggle so it can, you can understand it as a viewer. It's supposed to be something that the viewer can, relate to. Like, hey, I struggle too, and I can be a hero. I can get up. But what message are you trying to send with the new content when you're gearing? Okay, it's not my demographic, but I'm going to try and speak for women here. When you're gearing it towards women and they're not going through a struggle, they're just perfect. And then they, unleash their super perfect power and then they win. It's like, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to project? Because it's not life. That's not life. And I understand it's a fucking superhero thing and it's not realistic anyway. But I could say that about a lot of genres now. I could say that about a lot of fucking content that's geared towards, the female demographic, that is, the messaging is fucked. It's just fucked. I wouldn't even like that if it was a dude. Honestly, my least favorite superhero is Superman. Why? Because he's a fucking unstoppable. Even his flaws can't stop him. Like kryptonite, that's the only thing that's the only thing that could kill him. And a few other things but as far as those things aren't in the vicinity, he's just going to win no matter what. I hate Superman. And my favorite is fucking Batman. Why? Because he's flawed. He's dark. He has layers. He doesn't always win. He gets bruised. He gets beat up. He gets shot. He gets stabbed. And he keeps coming. Iron Man 2. He's a fucking alcoholic. He's fucked. Sherlock Holmes, drug addict. Fucking Wolverine. Now all the shit that he's just a walking fuck. Deadpool. Even, I don't know. I don't know if Wonder Woman qualifies. Because I don't think maybe. But Sarah Connor, that's a woman example. Just take any of fucking Angelina Jolie movies. And if you've listened to this podcast, you know I've seen them all. But her character usually encounters some sort of fucking struggle. But now you can't show, and I hope they fix this. It's very few and far between now where you can see a female character struggle and then grow. They all now the content that they make, they start off perfect and then they just get more perfect. They unleash their super perfect power. That's not interesting. Therefore, I will not be watching. Sorry. Another thing that I'm not ever gonna watch, what I think is fucking hilarious, is Queen Latifah and the Equalizer. My God, who decided to sign off on this shit? Isn't she like 60? How am I supposed? And she's not in the best of shape. So it's kind of like De Niro when he was in The Irishman, you know, and he's supposed to be beating up the dude, but he's old and slow, so it looks horrible. I was like, who decided Queen Latifah was the perfect casting to be some badass? And I was supposed to be convinced that this geriatric retired rapper is supposed to be able to beat the fuck out of like some 6'5" jack dude. Like, no. This is not how life works. This is not biology. This is not science. Okay? I don't know what type of mystical shit you've been sniffing and puffing, but you will not make me believe that. Okay? It's unbelievable. That's the very definition of unbelievable. Queen Latifah, some secret agent, spy, badass, kicking your ass, riding a motorcycle down the street. Go fuck yourself. Okay? You fuck. No, it's not life. They need to really fix that content, man. It has to be fixed. Another thing that has to be fixed is my subscribers, my subscriber count, and the people that support me. And if you do support me, please like, share, comment, buddy, or whatever I said earlier. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll be right back. I'm just going around the corner to grab a pack of cigarettes. I don't even smoke. But I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Bye.